you know that these guys are capable of anything, superhuman things too. But they staged a ploy. They did something because the leader, he wanted to make sure, he wanted to know, are these guys capable? Can these guys do it? Can they plan everything? Can they follow through? Can, you know, because people's lives are at risk. That was the key. Was, you know, if people's lives are actually at risk, will these guys be able to, you know, do it? Will they be able to punch through? And they set up this thing, and it, you know, I don't want to, you know, read the book, by the way, so I don't want to ruin it too much. But basically, they set up this thing. The Delta guys got in there, and they realized, oh, it was all a setup, and they were really upset with the commander. You know, they said, you know, God, man, we really thought we were going to do this, and they were really upset that he kind of, I mean, they almost thought it was a prank, but at the same time, it's like, you know, yeah, it was the emotional impact of it all, because it was their first mission doing that. And, you know, they really thought, you know, all right, we have to kill some people, we have to save some people's lives. And that's what they did, you know, and bust in, like, oh. So, have that as a challenge for the heroes. Because if anything, that's the make or break. That's the thing, you know, that should be like challenge number 2, is make everybody think that, oh my God, somebody died because I tried to save them. Can you continue on? Do you have what it takes to continue on? Is this traumatic event so going to affect you that you realize, you know what, I don't have what it takes. I can't continue on. So that's the real question. You know, and just have that every other season too, or every season. You know, throw in that thing. You know, and you know, set it up different ways. But hey, that's what Hollywood's, you know, movie magic's for. May get some lawsuits out of it. But I think that, you know, it would so tell the story of human character, and really make everybody who does, you know, who goes through the process, make them think, God, you know, I thought I had this character, I thought I had this persona, I thought I could live it, I could, you know, pretend to be this person, this superhero, this, you know, being, you know, above others, and, you know, oh my God, somebody died because I tried to save them. You know, and you know, that's a real ultimate gut wrencher of a question, you know, to ask and pose, you know, and I think, yeah, great television too, but, you know, that would make everybody stop and think, you know, and just really wonder and question, like, what did I do? Why, you know, what am I doing here? So it would be interesting. Now I'm thinking about, you know, season 1, like, so, you know, if you pose that challenge to everybody, they're reaching out, you know, they miss somebody, they can't save them. God, what would they do? What would the person do? So I got some ideas. So, well, imagine you got 2 platforms, and there's a huge, empty, smoky space below. You don't know how deep it is, but it's not too deep. You know, you have a victim, and they're on a platform, and the hero has to get over. You know, and the hero's attached to guidelines, but the hero has to get over. You know, they have to overcome their fear and walk along a pole, whatever, get to the end, and get to this little platform. And it's just barely, I mean, it's just so close. It's so close but so far, and they can just barely grab a person. And the person, the victim, reaches over, grabs at their hands, maybe be able to get it, slips and falls, plummets to their death underneath. And really there's a net that catches them. And, you know, but hopefully there's enough smoke and it hides the fact that the person, you know, was safe. What would happen? What would the superhero do? Would the guy jump off the platform and just try to save him? Would the person stand there, you know, in shock? You know, would they break down? Would they collapse? You know, would they pass out? Would they faint? You know, it's kind of hardcore, but, you know, being a superhero is not easy. being, like being a hero is not easy. That's what I think is the lesson, of that, challenge. That's why I think they should include it too. Put, life or death in front of these people's faces. Make them decide. Make them choose. See what happens. And see, because that's the thing too, is Stan Lee, he was going on and on saying, you are living the life. You are doing what is expected of you. So, it may be too rough, but at the same time, it's fair. It's right. And it is the challenge. It is the thing that's going to, prove to everybody and show everybody, do you have what it takes? Do I have what it takes? Can I step forward? Can I, put myself into this, a position? And then, can the person overcome that? Can the person live with that? I think that'd be a very interesting way to approach it. Like I said, it's hardcore, and my mind's boggling right now at the concept of it all. That you put people, that's why I mentioned the Delta Force thing, because it was traumatizing. It was shocking, to these guys, and to think we thought we killed people, and it's all a hoax. But the other aspect is that these guys were trained soldiers, they trained fighters. They had killed people before. They knew what they were doing. So, but it's just they felt misused. They thought, why are you playing games with us? This is not a game we're involved in, boss. We don't like that you think that you have to test us to prove that we're capable of doing this. So, I guess that's also why I mentioned this, challenge, the life or death challenge. What would people do? You almost wonder if Major Victory was in that. Would he jump off the platform to try to save the person? Would somebody do that? What would Stan Lee say as a result? He asked the person, what they did, because they would be hung up on a harness, so they wouldn't fall, into the thing. They'd be safe. And even if they did fall, there's a thing underneath. But it's like, man, what, very interesting questions, in my opinion. So, something I'll have to ask on their forums. But at the same time, that's, like I said, that really encapsulates everything about the mortality, about life or death. Okay, here's a crazy question for everybody to answer. What's the difference between Who Wants to Be a Superhero and Fear Factor? God, this dang double chin thing. Like I said, I'm not fat. I came up with a funny idea. If I was eliminated, or when I was eliminated, people would take off whatever superhero accoutrement accessory they had and put it in a trash can, and you see a lightning bolt strike it and burn it, incinerate it. If I was dismissed, since I'm wearing my costume and I am my own thing, I would jump into the trash can, duck and duck down, and then scream real loud. So yeah. All right, and the circles under my eyes. I hope that's an indication of just how tired I am today. So sorry about the long drulls and dulls and monotone. So I think I got everything. One profound thought for the night, right? Anyways, Excelsior. Excelsior. Never give up. Think like a hero. Try out. Go see your friends. Go see other people. Enjoy the experience. Ultimately, Who Wants to Be a Superhero? It's an experience. Everybody should enjoy it, or get a chance to enjoy it. And families, parents, take your kids. They'll love it. Get your pictures taken with the superheroes, real life superheroes. It'll blow your mind. It'll make you feel real special. So, it'll make you think, hey, I could be like this guy, which is what Average Joe is all about.